Hello everyone, and thank you for being with us for this event today. Sorry for the little delay, some small technical issues to be fixed, but I'm really glad to be with you now to talk to you about IN2IT version 3.4 release, which is the purpose of this event. Normally we should have met at NAB now, unfortunately, this was not possible. Maybe we have a chance to meet at IBC or definitely next year in person, and we are already back on the road to meet those of you who can welcome us and to talk about your projects and about what we've been doing these last months. So back in January, we have announced our new product line with our completely redesigned visual identity and the new product names, IN2IT Access for the manual ingest of camera card and files, IN2IT Exchange for all the automated workflows, ingest and publishing, IN2IT Live for the recording of any SDI, NDI web sources, and IN2IT Social to retrieve content from social networks and make it available for the editors. So that has been well. Since we have released this new product line, we have been working on version 3.4. I talked to you about it already in January, and now it's finally available, and this is what I want to present to you today. Just for you to know, a few customers have been using already 3.4 in a beta version these last months. So some features that you will see today have already been used for production and are already being used live, and now we are making them available for all our customers. So we are very excited about this. Just before we get started, if you have questions during the presentation, that I'm sure we will have, you can use the chat box on the YouTube chat to ask your questions, and I will make my best to answer them at the end of this live. Let's now get started with the major highlights of this 3.4 IN2IT version. So as you know, IN2IT is the core technology, the underlying technology of all Woody products. So it means that when we develop a feature on the IN2IT core, it's almost immediately available for all the Woody products. And that's a really convenient way to grow the product and to bring new features and new workflows. What we've been focusing on for this version 3.4 is bringing more flexibility, so enable new workflows, more sophisticated workflows in Woody solution, while keeping the intuitiveness and the easiness of configuration and of operations in Woody solution. But there are some big changes that are affecting all the products, and that will definitely make your lives easier with Woody products. The first one that I want to show you today is the concept of connectors. You will find this in all the Woody products. This new connectors page will allow you to configure all the third-party integrations in Woody tools. So here you can see that we have a lot of third-party integrations possible, and you can configure as many connectors as you want. For each connector, you will indicate all the connection parameters with the third-party system, and you will see in which profiles and in which watch folders it is used. So it's very convenient to immediately know if a connector is used or not. These connectors, you can create new ones here. For example, delivery to Twitter, publishing to Twitter. You choose in our list, select Twitter, and you will be able to add your Twitter account and just authorize Woody to be using your Twitter account for publishing. So as you can see, it's very simple. You can do that for all the third-party systems that we are integrating with, and we are integrating with more and more third-party systems. So as you can see, we have added delivery to social networks now, but we have also the connection with the cloud storages, the connection with the media asset managements that have been improved, and there is more to come, I can tell you. So this is the new highlight, these connectors that are no longer necessary to define in each watch folder and in each profile. You configure it once and then just use it. The second highlight is the profiles configuration, and it's a very important thing in Woody because this is where you configure all the Woody workflows basically. So we have redesigned the profiles configuration page to make it easier to use and to enable new workflows. You still have on the left hand side the list of configured profile, and you are still not limited. You can have as many profiles as you need. The first part of the profile configuration is about the metadata, and here we have enabled a lot of new metadata types depending on the source type that you are dealing with. These new metadata types are really a response to all the customer requests we had, and we will talk about it a bit later regarding IN2IT Access. We can of course also integrate third-party metadata coming from Sidecar XML or from third-party systems. Let's talk about the processing. You have the different processing modes here that you know already from the previous Woody version, and you still have the transcoding rules in the profile. But you can add now more than one processing in the same profile, so that's a big improvement if you need to create two formats for two different destinations. You also find here all the processing options that you are used to. About the delivery now, you have different delivery modes available. Again, depending on the media processing that you have chosen, you will find the right delivery modes, you will find the right parameters, and we have made easier all the metadata mapping that you can do here, and all the metadata and the naming rules, sorry, and the folder creation rule based on the metadata. So you have now very nice options like when you select the date field and you want to customize the formatting of the date and have, I don't know, only the month, only the year, only the day of the week. You can customize the formatting for each target metadata field. The last part, of course, of the profiles configuration is the notifications. And here we have also increased the notification type that you can use: Slack, Teams, and of course email. But what we have also improved is that you can use templating in the notification, and you can use any custom metadata in the notifications as well. So you can really build your own notifications as you like in the Woody profile, and you can have different type of notifications for different type of recipients. So this is an example of how the profiles configuration has changed in IN2IT version 3.4. And of course, it's a bit complicated just in a few minutes now to show you all the possibilities of these new profiles, but they're more powerful, they're more flexible. We have already customers using that to trigger specific delivery workflow to Google Drive and retrieve the public link of the Google Drive upload and send an email to the user who has triggered this upload, so they can easily download it. A lot of new workflows like this are possible in IN2IT version 3.4. The third highlight that I want, and this is really a new feature, not a redesign, but new feature, is the Supervision module. We started introducing some fundamentals of this, but now it's really achieved, and in these new dashboards, you are able to monitor in real time what your system is doing. So of course you have the system metrics like the CPU usage, the memory usage, but you have much more than that. You can isolate a process to see how much resources it's taking. And this is the business metrics. The business metrics will tell you what is the most used profile, who are the users who are triggering most of the workflows in your system. What is the distribution of the workload depending on the source, and also on the source format, target format. So you have here very interesting business metrics, and you can also know the current workload of your system, how many processings are in progress, how many users are connected, and not only in real time, not only an instant view of these metrics, but you can see over the time how the system is used, which will help you to size properly the system, to answer people in your organization who need to know who is doing what or what kind of workflows are using most of the resources. So that's something that we will continue to improve and bring new business metrics in these dashboards. But I think they are already really useful to get a good overview of how the system is working. These are three of the big highlights of the IN2IT 3.4 improvement that affect all the products, but there is more, and I cannot tell everything today in this live, so we will put everything online and you can have a look at it. But we have this new connectors management, new third-party integrations. We have the profiles configuration. You can now connect multiple IN2IT systems together to enable more sophisticated workflows. The supervision, of course, the priority per profile, that was a feature request that we had a lot, and of course new metadata handling and more deliveries, more complex workflows configured in the same profile. So this is just an overview of what you are getting with IN2IT 3.4, but there is more. Now let's see a bit what we have in the different products, and we have some exciting news to share. Let's start with INTUIT Exchange first. So a quick reminder of what INTUIT Exchange is. INTUIT Exchange is our platform for all the automated ingest and publishing workflows. So you need to transfer something from A to B. You need to ingest files from a watch folder. You need to deliver files to Google Drive. We mentioned it earlier. INTUIT Exchange is the good solution for that. And you can deploy it in very different use cases and architectures. You can use it to retrieve content from the cloud. You can use it to have automated ingest across multiple nodes from watch folders. You can use it as the transcoding backend for INTUIT Access. Most of our customers are already doing that. Or you can use it to deliver content outside. And of course, it's not necessarily different islands. It can all be managed in the same cluster, in the same server farm. This is up to you to configure it as you like. So we talk here about automation of workflows, but sometimes it's also useful to be able just to drop a file and trigger a workflow. What people were doing before is putting that in a watch folder, but this is not really convenient, and you are losing a lot of information doing that. So this is why we are really excited to announce a new user interface for INTUIT Exchange. This is an upload dedicated user interface to easier than ever trigger any workflow. And to present this new user interface to you, I'm happy to welcome our project engineer Antoine Baloge with us today to tell us more about it. Hello Antoine, how are you?
Hello Aurélien, I'm fine, thank you.
Great. So can you explain us a bit what this new user interface is designed for?
Yeah, it's a user interface for any user. It means journalist, editor, but even technical operator. And it's to easily upload media or trigger an ingest or trigger a publishing workflow with only few clicks and based on a very simple web browser, just a web browser. But because we know that even in very highly automated workflow, sometimes you need to upload manually just one file and just adding some metadata. So for example, you just receive a mail with a picture, with an audio file. So this user interface have been designed for that.
Great. So it's for manual operation, obviously. How is it different from INTUIT Access? Because we have INTUIT Access already for the manual ingest. How this upload UI is different?
This upload UI is different because it's much more easy to use and it's easier to install for basic feature. Of course, if you need to create subclip to preview your clips or to specify which audio tracks you want to ingest, or for this, you will still need INTUIT Access. But for something much more simple, you can go on any computer, open this web interface and select the file you want to upload, even outside of your facilities, because it only requires a small agent to install, and this agent is very light. And another very important difference is this new interface is available on Windows and on macOS platform.
Great. Our macOS users and customers will be happy to hear that. So please, Antoine, can you show us this new user interface and show it to the people watching us today?
Yeah, of course. So this user interface looks like this one. It's very easy to understand. When you connect on it, you will directly detect if the agent is running on your system. If not, you will be invited to download it and to install it through a very light system of installers. Once it's done, you access this page, and like on Access, you have a list of profiles that you could use and a browser. So you will browse your local system and be able to select some file you want list on the user interface to upload to your profile. In my case, I'm just selecting your file. I will open it and list it on the user interface. Now it's done. I select my profile and I can add some custom user metadata. Like I will add a free text area, but I can also add some tags. Or I can add, I can select some, like you said before, we have new metadata field, like a date picker, or well, we have much more kind of metadata now. So once everything is filled, you can just click on upload and you can monitor all the upload. When it's done, it's become on history and you can follow the next upload.
That's very, very simple indeed. That looks great. Is it only to upload small files, or can we also have bigger files uploaded with this new UI?
No, this client have been designed to transfer a high volume of data because we embedded inside transfer accelerators like Aspera, File Catalyst, or Signiant. And you can also directly upload to cloud storage like Amazon S3 or Azure Blob Storage or Google Cloud Platform.
Great. So basically, any transfer protocol that is supported can be used through the agent for the upload. So it means that we can use it for local ingest, I guess, on the LAN network, but also from remote locations, right?
Yeah, definitely. These tools have been designed to fit all situations. So you can install it on premise, but you can also install it on a cloud, on DMZ, or on the LAN. So everyone can access it from any place. Recently, one of our customers used this interface to transfer thousands of files from almost any place in the world to a cloud storage, and then these files have been pushed to their media asset management system.
That sounds great. You mentioned that the transfer is using a local agent running on the PC or the Mac. What happens if the agent is not installed? If I'm new, I need to work, I need to upload things to you today, but I've never installed this agent before. Is it easy to get it?
No, even from a totally new laptop, you just connect on the web page, and if the agent is not installed, you will have a message inviting you to go to the download center to download this small agent. Then you have a very silent installation to install this agent and run it in background, and it will restart automatically with your operating system. And very soon, this agent will be an option, so you will be able to transfer all your file without any agent installation if we don't use a transfer acceleration.
Great. That will be even more convenient and easy for the small files transfer if you can directly upload them through the browser without the agent. Thank you very much, Antoine, for all these details about the new upload UI and for the demo. As we can see, it can fit in many different occasions and for many different workflows. So let's quickly recap what is important to know about this new upload UI and upload agent for Intuit Exchange. First, it can use any protocol that is supported in Woody. Then you can create multiple profiles to handle multiple workflows, and you can enrich the content with metadata. You can trigger any workflow behind the upload. So you can upload and then trigger publishing to Twitter, or an ingest to your production asset management, or send an email to someone, because any Woody workflow behind the upload can be triggered. And of course, as Antoine repeated it, the transfer agent is available on macOS and Windows, so it's very convenient and very easy to install. But the last news that is also the most important is that this new user interface is free with INTUIT Exchange. With a limited number of concurrent users, there is no additional cost. If you have INTUIT Exchange, and when you will upgrade to 3.4, you will get this UI. So it will come automatically for INTUIT Exchange customers and new INTUIT Exchange customers with the 3.4 version. So you can find by yourselves how it's convenient to use it, and if you like it, then grow the number of users who can use this new upload UI. So this is a big improvement of INTUIT Exchange. There is a second one that I want to highlight today. This is about Newswire ingest workflow. And you all know the importance of Newswire ingest workflow. You have these media files, you have these metadata files that are coming from AP, Reuters, EBU, and others, and you need to get that to your newsroom system or your production asset management system. So what we've done in INTUIT Exchange is that we have designed a specific workflow to manage the Newswire ingest that will make the matching between the media and the metadata and keep the tracking of the different versions of it that are ingested in your system. Let's have a look at how we configure that in Woody, and that's also a good opportunity for me to show you some new features. So if we have a look at the watch folder configuration first, this is where you will do all this specific configuration for the news agencies. I don't know, control room, if we can see. Yes, thank you very much. This watch folder configuration. So here you can trigger the workflow on media, metadata, and camera cards or interplay assets. But here we trigger on metadata, and we have a matching rule that we define to match the metadata file and the media file. And we have this news ML parser that we have done to especially get the metadata from the DOP sheet, as we say, and to match it with the video. On the profile side, we are able to extract all the metadata from the DOP sheet, and we will be able, of course, to use it to deliver here to the Avid PAM in a specific folder, and also to the Avid newsroom system in a specific queue with the formatting of the body of the story, the formatting of all the metadata fields of the story. So the result is that you get something in your production asset management system, in your newsroom system, that is very easy to use, because we have the tracking between the video and the metadata, and we can apply the formatting that we want on the DOP sheet and open the video directly from the DOP sheet in the case of Avid Media Central integration. So as you can see, this is a very convenient way to ingest synchronously, or not really synchronously because it's coming asynchronous, but to keep the link permanently between the metadata and the video from the Newswire. So we are confident that this feature will be of interest for many of our INTUIT Exchange customers, and it's already been used for a few weeks in production by one customer already on INTUIT 3.4. So these are one of the new features and new workflows that we enable with INTUIT Exchange. And as you can see, we keep focusing on making it really the Swiss Army knife for all the transfers in a broadcast environment from many cloud, hybrid, on-prem environments, keeping, of course, and preserving all the metadata, and of course doing the transcoding when it's necessary during these workflows. So that's about INTUIT Exchange. Before we move on, just want to remind you that you have the questions box, the chat box, where you can ask your questions in the live page. So please do so, and I will answer them at the end of the session in a few minutes. So that's for INTUIT Exchange. Now let's talk about INTUIT Access. So IN2IT Access, just a reminder of what IN2IT Access is. IN2IT Access is our tool to ingest manually any content, file, camera cards, video, audio, graphics, in a very easy way from any device and from anywhere. So what we have been doing with IN2IT Access is that we have kept focusing on the remote ingest workflow, making the remote ingest workflows simpler, and also harmonizing a bit the architecture for all the IN2IT Access clients deployment. So as you can see on this diagram, we have different options to deploy IN2IT Access. It can be standalone ingest workstation. It can be on the LAN but connected to IN2IT Exchange with multiple ingest points. And it can also be used, of course, remotely on the field. So what we have been doing is that we have brought the 3.4, the IN2IT 3.4 version new features into IN2IT Access. It means that the new metadata that you have seen before in the upload UI that Antoine has been showing you and in the profiles that I've been showing you, they are also available in IN2IT Access. So you can prepare your ingest, preview your camera cards, and enrich the content with these new metadata fields, lists, tags, as Antoine has been showing, date picker. We are now able to connect directly to your MAM and to extract the values for the metadata lists that you have in your MAM. And we have Boolean fields, we have number fields, with some smart formatting rules, like you want to limit the length of a text field, or you want to write a multiple lines text field for publishing to YouTube or to Twitter. This is now the kind of things that you are able to do with the new metadata fields in IN2IT Access. What we've also been doing in IN2IT Access is we've kept improving the mobile application for the remote ingest on any smartphone, iOS or Android. So the new metadata fields that you've seen are now available in IN2IT Access mobile app. The mobile app that you download today is already compatible with version 3.4. Now we will keep improving it. We will have a new version of the mobile app coming in a few days to enrich some features related to 3.4 and fix some bugs. So for us, it's definitely still a focus to have any people in your organization able to contribute with content, either from the new Upload UI or from the IN2IT Access Rich client on Windows laptops or workstations, or also in the smartphone app that we have. So these are some improvements that we've been doing in IN2IT Access. One other thing that we've been doing to simplify remote ingest, and the early users of 3.4 have been helping us with that, is to simplify the deployment. So if you need to deploy card ingest on dozens of laptops with transfer acceleration, with a lot of parameters, transcoding locally, transferring, triggering a workflow, etc. Now you can do all these deployments silently. This is all scriptable, so even for very large organizations with a very large number of devices, this is very easy to deploy IN2IT Access clients on a large number of machines. So basically, we've not made any groundbreaking change in IN2IT Access. We have just made it ready for 3.4, kept the intuitivity that we had, and simplified the development for big organizations. But there is one thing that we are doing on the licensing model, because being simple on the technical side is important. Being simple on the commercial side is important too. So now we will enable a new licensing model fully harmonized for your local and for your remote IN2IT Access clients. And we will enable floating license possibility for all IN2IT Access clients. So we already had it on smartphone or for remote ingest. Now we will have the floating license model available for all the IN2IT Access deployment that will be available very soon. So this is about IN2IT Access and what we've been improving and changing in IN2IT Access. IN2IT Access and IN2IT Exchange version 3.4 are available right now, and the release note will be published tomorrow. In a few days, IN2IT Social will also be available in version 3.4, and a bit later, IN2IT Live will be available in IN2IT 3.4. But there is something I would like to show you about IN2IT Live that will come soon. So let's talk about this now. So a new scheduling experience is what we've written about IN2IT Live. This is just a preview that I'm showing you today of how IN2IT Live will change in the future. But first, just a quick reminder of what you can do with IN2IT Live. You can deploy IN2IT Live either as a single server or as a multiple recording nodes architecture to record any kind of live source, SDI, of course, through video router control, remote interview like Skype, Teams, Zoom, NDI devices across your organization or on your network, and web streams. So all these kind of sources can be recorded with IN2IT Live engine, and these recordings can be managed centrally from IN2IT Live scheduler. And this is the redesigned scheduler that we will be introducing soon. It's not that visible at the first glance, but we have changed the technology of this scheduler to make it much more flexible, much more responsive on any device, to easily create your recording, create a 60, 30, 45 minutes recording very simply, and monitor what is happening in your timeline. So that's a bit of change with easier scrolling through the days, through the times. The second change is about the dashboard. And that was a feature request that we had a lot, to monitor the nodes and monitor the status of the recording nodes that you have, the recording channels, get some statistics about the recordings, and of course monitor the storage on the recording storage. So these are the kind of new features that we will be introducing soon with the new IN2IT Live scheduler. And this new technology that we are using for this development will allow us much easier to create also new localization for the scheduler, so to make it available in new languages. Besides the new scheduler coming, there will be also a new version of the recording backend. So the IN2IT Live recording backend will be updated soon. This will be less resource consuming, so we will be able to get more sophisticated workflows or more channels on the same hardware with the new version of the scheduling backend. Also, what we are working on for very soon is a new feature that some of you have been asking for. It's the channels pooling and the channels grouping to easily assign a group of channels to a group of users and make that every group of users can control only a certain group of channels. And channels pooling is to dynamically allocate a recording to a channel, not choosing manually it will be on channel 1 or it will be on channel 2. But if you have 4 SDI channels, 4 NDI channels, the system will be able to automatically allocate the recording job to a certain channel depending on the availability on these channels. So it will be, again, more flexible and easier to manage large number of channels. Also, a reason for changing this technology on the scheduler is to manage larger systems with more channels, more recording channels of different type in the same user interface. So this is all coming soon, let's say in a few weeks, for IN2IT Live, so stay tuned. We will talk about it again on our website and on our social networks channels as soon as it is available. So that has been already more than 30 minutes that I'm talking to you, and I'm sure that there are some questions that you have about this version INTUIT 3.4 and the new features to come in INTUIT Access and INTUIT Live. So let's now check your questions. So just before we start with the questions, you can still ask them in the chat box of the YouTube live feed. I just want to. I don't have time to thank people now. I will do it later then. First question: when do you think this version will be available? As I told you, IN2IT Exchange and IN2IT Access 3.4 are already available. The release note will be published tomorrow, and you can get in touch with our support team or our engineering team if you want to try the 3.4 version. And we will let you know how to upgrade from your existing version. As you can see, there is a lot of changes in the configuration. We will be happy to help you with that and to make this transition easy for everyone. Do we have a next question? So which press agencies are available in IN2IT Exchange? So right now we have configured the workflow with AP, EBU, AFP, and editors. But technically, it's very easy to add any news agency in the workflow. So even if you have a news feed that is not a news agency, technically speaking, it can be easily configured and added because everything is based on configuration files. Extraction on metadata is based on XML parsing. We can help you to do that, or you can be trained and you can do that by yourself. So that's very easy to manage this workflow, to add news agencies in the workflow, or any source content that is coming with media and metadata that you would like to go through the new IN2IT Exchange workflow. Great, so I think we are done with the questions for now. Of course, if you have any questions coming later, please send it to our support team, support.woodytechnologies.com. We will be happy to assist you and to answer any question you would have about 3.4. Just before we close this event, I want to say thank you to all the team who helped to prepare this. So all the Woody team and also the Luxeris team. Luxeris is our sister company specialized in graphics solutions. As you have seen beautiful graphics during this event, this is all the work from Luxeris. So thank you everyone for your efforts and for your time. Another thing that I want to do is that our EMEA distribution partner, Extreme Distribution, will represent us at CAPSAT from October 26th to October 28th. Actually, I think it's the first show happening physically, and the great Extreme team will be there to tell you more about IN2IT version 3.4 and about all the products. So if you are in the region and if you are planning to attend CAPSAT, please get in touch, and we would love to arrange a meeting with you there and to show you all the new features we have. Last thing, as I told you at the beginning of this event, we are back on the road to meet our customers. If you want us to visit you, we are so happy to visit you. So let us know, and we will make our best to visit you soon. I see that we have another question coming. It's in French, so I will translate. How are you managing the update of the dope sheets? That's also for the Newswire ingest workflow. So that's all the point, because the difficulty here with the news agencies is not to match really the metadata and the video. We do that for other workflows as well. But with the news agencies, you can receive several times the same metadata with updates of the dope sheets. So this is exactly what the algorithm is doing, keeping track of which dope sheet is linked with which video, and if there is a new version of the metadata coming, updating the story in the newsroom system, or creating a new story with the updated content, but keeping the link to the right video in the production asset management system. So that's basically all the point of this Newswire ingest workflow, to make sure that you always get the latest version of metadata and the latest version of the video that is available for your journalists in the newsroom system, and they don't have to do multiple checks to find the right version of it. Great. I think we are. Oh, we have another one. Is it possible to add other agencies in IN2IT? I've replied to that actually. Yes, you can add any news feed that you like. It's just a bit of configuration, and we can help you with that. Great. I think this time we're good. But yeah, if there is any question, just be in touch, and we will give you a proper individual demo of INTUIT version 3.4, and we will answer any question you would have. Thank you very much for watching this live event. It was a pleasure to be with you again, even if it's still virtually. And see you very soon. Let's keep in touch.